So what I do want to say though is, like, I did choose this lifestyle. You know, I wouldn't be such an advocate for this lifestyle. I wouldn't even participate in this lifestyle if I didn't believe in it and if I didn't have a strong passion for what I was doing, you know. So I do want to make it clear that the good does outweigh the bad, and if it didn't, you know, I just wouldn't be vegan. I wouldn't, you know, choose to not eat animals. So if you are thinking of choosing a meatless diet, this video is definitely for you. So number one, must I say, there are typically no vegan drive-thrus. So if you are a drive-thru person, you love fast food, you love eating out, you never cook at home, you don't grocery shop, that's just not you, you're always looking to find food out, you're gonna go through it. I mean, unless you live in New York City or LA or those like big major cities, they're fortunate enough to have, you know, a lot of vegan options. You know, and I'm not talking about grocery stores or anything right now. I'm just talking about restaurants, cafes, eating out. But where I live in upstate New York, there is literally one fully vegan restaurant, and I feel like they're really not making anything that freaking special. If you've been vegan, you know, like the basics: tofu, grilled chicken sandwiches, Impossible burgers. Like, it's literally like the same shit that you could get anywhere else if you're like going, you know, places that have vegan options. And it's like nothing like grand or like interesting, and you know, it might piss you off at times. I can literally remember times when me and my boyfriend were first going vegan together, and like we would want McDonald's, we would want Taco Bell, we would want all the good stuff, and it's just not as easy as, you know, being on the standard American diet. At this point, being that I chose a plant-based diet, you know, going to the grocery store is as close to fast food as I'm going to get. Unless you live in these bigger cities, you're not really gonna have that many options. If I was like stretching it, like I could say, you know, your local Indian spot, Thai or Vietnamese food, you might be able to find like a vegetarian, accidentally vegan meal. On another note, you're definitely gonna have to cook more often if you are trying to sustain this lifestyle. I think that within this diet, you're pretty privileged if you can live a lifestyle where you don't have to cook at home at all, and you're vegan and you can literally hop around from restaurant to restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Also, depending on your diet restrictions, like if you're gluten-free or whatever the case is, you might have a little bit more difficulty with, you know, finding things. You would probably have to be in one of those cities in order to understand, you know, that type of privilege, because where I live, I have, you know, one restaurant that I can like choose from the entire menu. You know, I'm not limited. They have like a Mexican option, they have like a couple American inspired options, and that's pretty much it, you know what I mean? And those are like all of like the typical like vegan meals. Like, I can go get a vegan burger from the grocery store. I know what Impossible meat tastes like. I don't want those to be my only options when I go to a vegan restaurant. Like, I want to try something like, I want to be able to like go to like a fully Jamaican vegan restaurant. Like, I want to be able to be like, okay, I'm about to go get some vegan Spanish food or some vegan Chinese food. Like, there's no like restaurants dedicated to those types of cuisines where I'm at, but it's like when you're in these bigger cities, they have a bigger, you know, minoritized demographic, and you know, you can get those types of like flavorful cuisines veganized, and that's just like, that's an amazing thing. Like, I remember I traveled to DC and I went to this restaurant called Shook, bro, the best. I think it was Lebanese. Oh my god, it was so good. Another thing, you have to read ingredient labels and you have to know what you're looking for. It says plant-based pizza. Let me turn the, you know, because that doesn't mean vegan. Plant-based does not mean vegan. Veggie does not mean vegan. If it doesn't say vegan on the cover, they cannot guarantee that it is actually vegan in the ingredient label. So you have to read the ingredient label. If it says, you know, veggie pizza or whatever the case is on the front, or, you know, plant-based pizza, you have to flip it over, investigating whether it has, you know, dairy. So with that being said, like, you have to know, when I go to the grocery store, I'm gonna be flipping things over to look at the ingredient label. And if it says vegan on the cover, obviously it is vegan. You know, they can't just false advertise like that. I was stating before that if it says plant-based or veggie, then you can't guarantee that it's vegan. And like, some items are accidentally vegan, but it doesn't say it on the cover. So for example, Oreos, they're vegan. It doesn't say on the front of a pack of Oreos vegan, but if you flip the pack of Oreos around, they're vegan. Unless it has like that little V like on the side. Sometimes like companies will just have like certified vegan, any type of like creamy looking thing. My alarms, my vegan antennas, I know that dairy triggers my body. I do not react well. So it has to either be labeled vegan for me, or someone has to be like very sure of themselves when they tell me like, okay, ma'am, this is vegan. It only has this, this, and this. Especially when you're like first transitioning, you have to know that as you're adjusting to this new diet, you're gonna have to investigate. You're gonna have to figure out, okay, what foods can I eat and what foods can't I eat? And like, on another note, this is just, you know, my biased opinion, you should know what goes in your food anyways. You should be reading ingredient labels so that you know, you have an idea of what you're eating. You want to be looking for things like casein, gelatin, egg, any type of cheese. Casein is cheese. Just figure out what you're eating. Yeah, just know that you're gonna have to do some research and make sure that you're living up to the standards that you've created for yourself as a vegan. All right, another thing. Some of y'all are gonna be like, all right, this is TMI, but this is not TMI. This is human, okay? When you switch over to a vegan diet, you are probably gonna be eating a lot more fiber. With that, you are probably gonna be pooping a lot more than what you're used to. I know for me, that was definitely the case, and the same goes for my boyfriend, and the same goes for my best friend who also switched over to this lifestyle. When you start incorporating more plant foods into your diet, more fiber, all of that good stuff, you're gonna be eliminating foods a lot easier. So yeah, it's nothing to be disgusted by. For me, it's like, all right, well, you should be pooping 2 to 3 times a day because that's how many times you eat a day. That's just what it comes with. If you've ever tried eating healthy, or, you know, just if you've ever even, I remember like apples used to make me go like as a kid. So you just need to understand that the more you replace your meat with, you know, beans and mushrooms and whatever else you're replacing it with, it's probably gonna make you go to the bathroom. Now, alongside pooping, I would say for me, I experienced like a lot more random health benefits than expected. I feel like I have more energy. I feel like I sleep better. I feel like I'm more motivated to live a better life. I'm more conscious of everything around me and who's around me. I feel like my whole life has leveled up. Another thing that no one fucking told me, that people, oddly enough, have the nerve to get offended at the fact that you're vegan. Like, there's people who are dead ass offended, like you don't want to eat this chicken, you don't want to eat this burger, you're not gonna eat with us, you're not gonna eat grandma's famous fucking hog mog. Hell no, I'm not. There's so many reasons that people, go vegan, but I guess that comes with everything in life. When you start doing better for yourself, or when you choose to do something different, or whatever the case is, people have their opinions, and you really just have to rise above it. And another thing, vegan does not mean healthy. So like, I feel like a lot of people are like, they look at the vegan diet very generally, and they're like, oh, because I'm not eating meat, I'm, automatically gonna be healthier. And it's like, well, that's not the case if you eliminate meat and, you're not eating colorful fruits and vegetables, or you're not replacing the meat with nutrient-dense foods. I think that you really have to be intentional with how you're replacing your standard American diet. If you want to achieve health, you want to be supplementing the right way with, your superfoods. Even me, I lost 90 pounds going vegan, but that's not guaranteed for everyone, because you might switch over to a vegan lifestyle, but you're frying french fries every single night. And it's like, that's not how you're gonna lose weight on a vegan diet. That's not how you're going to increase your health by switching to a vegan diet. There's really like so much to that, because from that, health lens with a vegan diet, you have to understand that sugar is vegan. You can't just throw health on everything that's labeled vegan. Of course, okay, the food product not having dairy has its health benefits, of course, but there comes health disadvantages when you add white sugar or, corn syrup to a vegan dessert. You know what I mean? Understand what health truly is and understand what health isn't. That way you're not confused when you switch over to a vegan diet. Now, by definition, being vegan is much more than just a diet. It's a lifestyle where you are not using animals, as a luxury, to live. So for example, you're not walking around with sheepskin boots, animal skin jackets and purses and things like that. It's more than just a diet, it's a lifestyle. But some people are just dietary vegan, and there's some people who are just vegan for health. They wear leather purses, or they don't care about other things, and they're just vegan for the health benefits. On the other hand, there's people who are vegan to save the planet, to combat climate change. There are people who are vegan solely for the animals, because they don't believe in harming animals, they don't believe in slaughterhouses and things like that. There's people who are vegan for all of it. There's so many reasons to go vegan. You have to understand that you're gonna bump into other vegans who have a totally different story than you. People who have gone. So you have to know that, if you're switching over to a vegan diet or the vegan lifestyle, You know, everybody has, you know, their different motive behind why they chose a plant-based lifestyle or a vegan diet. I know during this video I've kind of been throwing those words around, but I just wanted to clear that up for you guys. And if you are vegan and you're diehard about animal rights, please do not come for me. Yeah, this video totally came from a good place, and I'm just trying to enlighten people of the knowledge that I've learned over the past couple years. And yeah, guys, thanks for sticking around for the entire video. Please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I really appreciate you guys for subscribing to this channel, for supporting me and my platform. And yeah, I hope y'all like this video. I hope that you learned something. If you're trying to go vegan, please hit me up. Please DM me on Instagram. I'd love to talk to you. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you learned something. If you did, please like this video. Please comment, engage with me, DM me. Let me know how you feel about my content. Share the positivity, share some love, and yeah.